9-pin handicap? Oh, damn. Check.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Bowling, right? Are you just commentating?
I'm out injured right here.
What happened?
Pulled a muscle in my shoulder. Yeah, so.
Hey, you don't need that for bowling, right? You can bowl lefty.
I wish I could have used the other arm.
Feel better.
Your wish, buddy. I'm over here.
Yeah. See, yep. I'll catch all you guys now. Yep. So.
Man, I can't get away from this stream ever. Bowling is like solidified on Let's go, John.
9-pin handicap.
Alright, everyone, hold up your practice. I'm going to switch you guys over to the floor.
So it might be, I don't know if it's
Oh, I can help you.
okay.
So, we'll do leads here.
Nice. Okay. I usually bowl at Sawyer's, so I do the paper when I was all old school. I bowled a few times here, and I was like, maybe just ball it down. It's massive.
I like Sawyer's there.
We're going to bowl 5 at a time. Let's see what will go up. It'll be a whole string on one lane. It's 3 per lane. Lane 21 is going to go all the way down to lane 9. Next ball counts. I'll get lane 17 reset for score. Hold on 1 second.
Whichever one it is.
Brian, you got some like paper and a pen?
Yeah. Thank you. Score, function, review. You want a big piece of paper?
Yeah, cause I'm gonna be doing the streaming and stuff, so I just want to make sure I get people's names, stuff like that when I'm, you know. So I know you got scores and everything, but you know. Cool, thanks, man. All right. We are live from Ryan's Millis Amusements here in Millis. We are here for the 9-pin handicap tournament, the last summer tournament of the summer here at Ryan's. My name is Kendrick. I will be doing some commentating here for the tournament here, preferably for the guys who are going to be on lanes 12, 13 here, and pretty much what you see throughout. So we are going to get this tournament started. So as you can see on lane 13, we have Dave Randall, and on lane 12 we have Kevin. And as you can see on lane 11, we got Dennis Green. So the way the tournament is, it's a 9-pin tournament. So you get 9 pins on your first ball, it's a strike. You get 9 pins on your second ball, it's a spare. And if you get 9 pins on your third ball, they credit that as a 10. So as you see, we got started now with Dave Randall here. He's starting off with a spare. And Kevin here also started off with a spare there. And we have Dennis over here who started off with a 10. So Dave fills the spare up with a 7. And Kevin fills his spare up there with a 5. And Dennis over there, oh, he's gonna get that pin, and that pin and that ball there. But Dave Randall over here with the 9, so he gets a spare for that, because that was a 9-pin drop on his second ball. Kevin over here did not get there. And I believe Dennis might have missed that person. And Kev with a 10 there, he's gonna get 9 there. All right, so Dave's up to fill his spare and gets looks like a 3 there. And Kev's up for his ball. Right on the head pin there. And gets a 6 drop. Dave. Oh, try to go to the side there. Try to put a little side action there. And Kev was trying to go for the 3 in the back there, but misses it in, left 2 standing. So Dave will get a 6 in that box there. And Kevin with the 9 there, so he would get credit for a 10. So we got Dave there with 36 after 3. Kev with 35 after 3 there, and this is box number 4. And Dave with a good ball there. Good 7 up there with an 8. And Kev there with a strike there. No 9-pin strike, a good old natural strike there. And Dave with a natural spare. Kev with 45 plus 2 balls there. And Dave with 46 plus a ball. Dennis over there try to go for a spare over there. All right, Dave for his fill. And goes to the side of the head pin there, fills the spare up with a 4. At 50 after 4. Kev on the head pin again and punch right on through there. But he does have another ball there. And just off to the side there and fills the strike up with a 7. So it puts him at 52 after 4. And Dave makes some score adjustments over there. And Kev with the 9 drop there, so he'll get credit with that 10, so which will put him at 62 at the half. And it looks like they just have some score adjustments there over there for Dave. So on lane 12 there. All right, so now going up to lane 13 there will be Mo Perry there. And on lane 12, we got Mason there, and Mason right now, he's at 16 after his first box there. Just goes over to the side there and he gets a 6 in the box there, so 22 after 2 there. Mo's up for his first ball there and just goes over to the side of the head pin there. Does get a 5 drop there. Mason off to the side of the head pin there. Gets a 6 drop, and Mo on his second ball there just takes out 2. And gets a 9 there, so he gets credit with the 10. And Mo will start off with an 8 box there. Mason with a 32 plus a ball after 3. And Mason goes up to the side there, does get a little bit of action there, but he does take out 3. And Mo just goes to the side there, takes out 6. And from the left side to the right side there, just takes out this one, 2 up, maybe 3 there. And gets an 8 in the box there. And Mo just goes up to the side there, takes out the 2 on the side. And makes it with 44 after 4 on his side. And Mo gets a 9 there, so he will get credit with a 10. That will put him at 18 after 2. Try to go back there and stuff. Mo on the head pin and everything but the 2 sides there. That's 7 and 10 there, so gets an 8-pin drop there. So all he would need to just hit, knock down 1 pin, and he will get credited for a spear. And takes out both pins there for a natural spear there. And that will put him at 28 plus a ball. And Mason there will finish with a 52 half on his side there. Mo for his fill and fills his spear up with a 6. And coming up to lane 12 there is good old Matt Rich. And Mo gets a 9 here, so he'll get credited with the 10. Oh, I'm sorry, is that a spear there? Oh, yeah, there was a spear. So Mo has 44 plus a ball there. Mo on the head pin and gets the 9 drop there, so he will get credit for the strike. So that's 54 after 4 there, and 64 plus 2 balls at the half there. So Mo has 64 there. And on lane 12, we have Matt Rich, who's going up to start his first 5. Right on the head pin there, and one more. Is he gonna get it? And there he goes there. Matt starts off with a strike there. Yep, he gets a 9-pin on that first ball. Yep, he gets credit for the strike there. So yeah, so Matt will be awarded with that strike. And let's see who we got going up on lane 13. So coming up on lane 13 is Dan Corbett. And Matt on his fill there for his strike does get a 7 drop on his first ball there. So all he would need is hit 2 and he will get credited for a spear. And right on it there for the spear. So Matt starts off there with a 20 in the first box there, 30 plus a ball here in the second box. And Dan on lane 13 there just goes right to the side of the head pin there, gets a 2 drop. Matt for his fill, and just off to the side of the head pin there, but does fill his spear with a 8. And Dan there with the 9 drop there, so he gets credited for the spear in his first box. And Matt, I believe Matt tried to go for that back piece of wood there just to knock out that corner pin there, but he misses it. So Matt will try to go for a 10 here. Dan's going up for his fill. And just goes to the side there, but gets some action there, will take a 6. And Matt will get an 8 in his third box there, which put him at 46 after 3. Oh, Dan just kisses the head pin there. Matt with the 10 drop there, so he with the 10. 56 after 4. And Dan with 26 after 3 boxes there. Oh! And gets off the side and punches out 2. Matt's up for his ball. Gets a head pin and drops 7 there. And Dan right too good on that head pin there. And Matt with the 2 there, so it gets a 9 drop there, gets credit for the sphere. So Matt with 66 plus a ball at the half. And Dan misses everything there and gets a 5 box in the 3, so 31 after 3. And Matt with a 66 plus a ball there. And Kevin back up there for his second half of his first game there. And Dan just goes up to that side of that head pin there, drops 5 in his first ball. Dan there. Oh, Dan with a spare. Kev's up. And Kev just goes to the side of the head pin there. Looks like he drops 6 with his first ball. Looking to get 3 there so he can get credit for the spare. And gets a 3 there for the spare. So 72 plus a ball to Kevin. And Dan fills his spare up with a 3 there, puts him at 44 after 4.
We got it. We got it.
Oh, and Dennis on lane 11 there, but gets a spare over there. And Dan goes for the head pin there, but not get the 9 pin drop there. Kev on his fill, he fills his spare with a 5, which puts him at 77 after 6. And Dan with a 10. So Dan will have a 54 half there. Kev. Ooh, just misses that head pin there a little bit there. And gets 3 there, so he's gonna try to go for a 10 here in his box. And Dennis over there with the nice shot over there, gets a spare over there. And Kev's up too far to the left there. So Kev with 85 after 7. And Dave Randall's back up on lane 13. And goes through the head pin there and gets somewhat of a spread equally on Dave. Kev. Oh, what a backdoor 9-pin drop for a strike. Anything's possible in Millis, Kev. So Kev with a strike, 95 plus 2 balls there after 8. And Dave over there on lane 13. He gets a 9-pin drop there, so get credit with a 10. And Kev over there try to go for another strike over there, but he gets 7. Dave right now with 67 after 6. And Dave off to the side of the pin, just drops 7 there. And Kev gets his 9-pin drop there for the spare. So Kev is at 114 plus a ball after 9. And Dave over to get his 9-pin drop, so he'll get a spare for that. Kev for his fill. Oh! Try to go for that 9-pin or either strike there, but he does fill his spare with an 8. So 123 after 9, Kevin. And Dave over there, he can drop, and Kev with a spare there. Kev with 133 plus a ball here. And Dave misses everything.
5 strikes.
Kev for his fill, and just goes to the side of that head pin here, but does fill it with the 7, which will give him a 140 in his first game there. And Dave with the 9 there, so he gets 10. So Dave at 95 after 8. And Dennis on lane 11, he finished with a 119. And up on lane 11, we got Sean Pine on lane 11. Mason on lane 12. And Dave just goes up to the side there. Gets 3. And Mason, nice hit there, gets a 7 drop. Sean. And Sean also gets a 7 there. And Dave just misses his head pin there. And Mason just goes up to the side there, just check out the 7 pin there. Sean just takes out 1 there. And Dave will get a 8 box here. So Dave's at 103 after 9. And Mason gets a 10 there. And Sean gets a 9, but we'll get credited for the 10. So Mason with 62 after 6. And Sean has a 59 after 6. And Mason with a nice hit there. For the 9-pin drop strike right there. Nice shot. And Sean just punches out there on the side of that head pin. Sean just goes further over to the right there. Looks like he took out the 6 and the 10. And Mason's up to go fill up his strike. On the head pin there, and gets a 7 drop there. So all he would need is just 2 to get credit for a spare. Dave over there gets a 5 drop on his. Mason gets a 2 there for the spare there. So Mason with 82 after 7 there, 92 plus a ball and 8. And Sean, looks like he drops 5 there. And Mason, oh, right on the head pin for a spread eagle there. Ouch. But does fill his spare with a 4 there. Sean. And Sean just looks like he has a 7. So he tried to take out that right wing there, but took out the 10 pin. And David took out 3. So Mason will get a 6 spot there. So Mason has 102 after 9. And we see Mo going back up on lane 13. Dave Randall finished with the 111 in his first game. Sean on that head pin there, and he takes out 8 there. Mason goes up, and Mason with a nice strike there. Mo, on the other hand, 9-pin strike from Mo. And Sean there gets robbed. And Mo is on a double strike, as we can see here. So, and Mason on a strike field there, he gets 3 on that first ball there. So he's on second ball where it counts right here. And fills his strike up with a 6. So Mason will finish with a 118. Mo's trying to go for a triple, and gets the sits on his first ball there. So Mo will finish the half off with an 80. And Mason's finished his first game off with a 118. Mo gets a 9-pin drop there for the spare. So Mo with 100 after 6, 110 plus a ball in 7. And Sean with the 10 over in his lane. Sean with the spare there. So Sean has 93 plus a ball there. And Mo, he just goes to the side there, throws the spare with a 5. So 115 after 7 for Mo. And Sean will finish his game off with a 98 in his first game. Mo's up for his second ball. And steals the 9-pin drop there for another spare. Mo with 125 plus a ball and 8. Matt gets back up on lane 12. And Matt with a strike over there. Matt with 86 plus the ball and 6. Mo on the head pin. Takes up the 10, rolls back. And Mo gets a 7. So Mo at 132 after 8. Oh, Mo, what a shot, Mo. Mo's just over here just stealing everything. And Mo with another spare there. So Mo with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like he got 7 marks in a row there. Mo's right now at 142 plus a ball right now in 9. Matt filling up his strike here. He sits on his first ball. Mo there. Just goes to the side of the head pin there, fills the spare with a 5. Matt, what a shot, Matt. Nice shot, Matt, for a spare. 96 after 6 there from. And Mo with another 9-pin drop there, gets another spare there. So Mo with 8 marks in a row. And Mo's right now is at 157 plus a ball. Matt's up to go fill his spare. And he just goes to the side of the head pin there, fills his spare with a 6. So Matt with 112 after 7 there. Mo on his fill. Try to go for another 9-pin drop there, but Mo will finish with a 165. Matt with a spare there. Nice shot, Matt. Matt 122 plus a ball there after 8. So Matt's up to go fill his spare here. Matt gets that head pin and for the 9-pin drop, so he'll get credit for that strike there. So Matt with 132 after 8, 142 plus 2 balls in 9. And Dan Corbett's up lane 13 for his second half. So Dan's up. Dan gets on that head pin there and drops 7. Matt's up to fill up his strike. Just goes to the side of that head pin there. Sits in his first ball. And Dan gets the 9-pin drop, so he gets credit for the spare. So Dan with 64 plus a ball after 6. Matt, oh, a natural spare. So Matt with 152 after 9, 162 plus a ball here in his 10th and final box here. Matt, and left side of that head pin there, but fills the spare with a 6, so Matt will finish with a 168. And Dan, just gets one there. And Dan with a 10 there, so Dan with 81 after 7.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think he wants to do the tweet so he can keep track of it. Yeah. Here, I'll just bring it.
Good first game, fellas. Good first game, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Nice game, man. And Dan up there with a 7-pin drop down. I'll try to get 2 if we get spare. And gets a natural spare there. So Dan with 91 plus a ball at 8. Dan for his fill, and just gets the side of that pin, fills the spare up with a 3, so 94 after 8. Oh, nice try, Dan there. Try to go for the spare there. And Dan gets an 8 in the box here, so 102 after 9.
It's Kevin. We can't hide. Who's that behind Kevin?
And Dan on the head pin and stuff and everything. Dan gets 7.
Dave handed me my ass last night. Oh yeah, that's why he's so stiff now. Fucking David's good. Real good.
And Dan with the 9-pin drop there, so he'll get to get it for a spare there. So Dan at 112 plus a ball. So Dan fills the spare with a 3 there, so 115 for Dan in the first game there. All right. So for some of the bowls you did get to see right here in their first matches. So after everyone does their first game on the screen, they will move down 1 lane. So you will see some of the same guys on the stream here, but it should be moving down to 1 lane. And you will get some new bowlers probably on our stream now. So Kev, Mason, and Matt, they will move down to lane 13. And we will see who we're gonna get on lane 12. So just to give you guys a quick recap for some of the bowls that you just got seen up there. We have Kevin who bowled a 140, Mason who bowled a 118, and Matt bowled a 168. We have Dave Randall who bowled a 111, Mo who bowled a 165, and Dan who bowled a 115. And just waiting for other bowls and other lanes to finish up. Once everybody's finished and moved over to the right and get it all set, we will start game 2. So it looks like everybody was going to be starting game 2. So on lane 12 now we have Dennis. And Dennis is going to start off with a 4 drop there. And just goes up to the side, they takes out additional 2. So Dennis will try to get 9 here so he can get credit for the 10. So Dennis is going to start off there with a 7 box. And Kev on 13 there though gets a 9 drop there. So Kev has 20 plus, 20 after 1 there, 30 plus a ball after 2. And Dennis over there with a 3-pin drop. Nice try there from Dennis there. Try to get that 9-pin drop there for a spear there. And this is a pin. And Kev, he fills his spear up there with a 5, so 35 after 2. And Dennis over there with a 10 drop there. And Kev with a 9-pin drop there, so Kev with spear, so Kev has 45 plus a ball after 3. Dennis on that head pin and gets an 8 drop there. Kev on his fill, right on the head pin. Oh, 8-pin, good 8-pin drop there, and Dennis with the 9-pin drop, so Dennis will get a spear. So Dennis right now with 27 plus a ball after 3. And Kev does get a 9-pin up there, so he gets a spear. So Kev with 63 plus a ball after 4. Dennis on his fill. And fills the spear up there with an 8. Oh, what a shot, Kev. What a shot, Kev. Fills that spear with a strike here. So 83 plus 2 balls at the half there. And Dennis does get his spear on his, so Dennis is at 45 plus a ball after 4. And Mason's up on lane 13. Dennis for his fill. And just goes up to the side of the head pin there and gets, and fills the spear with a 7 there. So 52 at 4. And Dennis, oh, just misses his head pin there, something like that or so. And oh, Mason tried to go for a 9-pin drop there, misses that corner pin. And Dennis gets an 8 on his, so Dennis will have a 6-y half. And Mason's going to start off his second game off with an 8 box. Going up on lane 12 is Sean Pine.
Finally got a good one on camera.
I had a good one on the first one too. All right, Mason's up there and gets a 5 drop there. And Sean's on lane 12. And Sean just goes up to the side of the head pin there. He looks like he dropped 7 there. Just off to the side of the snare, he gets 2. Sean, oh! Try to go for that middle pin there for a 9-pin drop there. And Mason with a 9 drop there, so he gets a 10. And Sean gets a 9, so he'll also get a 10. So Sean will start his second game off with a 10 box. Mason with 17 after 2. Mason, right on the head pin there, but they'll just get 8. Sean on his head pin, and Sean gets a 6 there. And Mason with a spear. And Sean just a little bounce there, stuff like that, takes out the 6 and the 10. So Sean will try to go for a 10 box here. And Sean gets a 9-pin drop, so he'll get credited with the 10. So Sean will have 20 after 2. Mason with 27 plus a ball and 3. Mason for his fill. And he gets 7. Sean, head pin, and Sean with stripe. So Sean there with 30 plus 2 balls after 3. Mason gets the 9-pin drop there for the spare. So Mason with 44 plus a ball after 4. Mason for his fill on the head pin. Ouch, spread eagle. The 4th drop there. Sean, oh, what a backdoor 9-pin drop there. So Sean will get hit with a double strike there. So, and Mason takes out the right wing there, that spread eagle. Oh, nice 9-pin drop there from Mason there, so he'll get the spear. So Mason will have a 58 plus the ball at the half. Sean Sean gets a 5 with that first ball there, so 45 after 3 there for Sean.
Hey, tough act to follow, though, let me tell you. Don't worry. I say I'm the game 5 kind of guy, but in the game 3, it doesn't tell me much.
And I got Matt going up on lane 13. And Sean has to swing for a ball. Is that number 12? So right now we just have a little bit of delay on lane 11 and 12 there.
Where's Cheryl?
Cheryl is home.
Okay. Everything all right? Or?
Yeah. Okay. She couldn't make it tonight. She wanted to, but yeah, she had, yeah. So Matt on 13 and sits on his first ball there. So Matt fills this strike up with a 7 there, so 17 in the first bounce there. Sean misses everything there. He would try to go for a 10 there. Does fill his second strike up with a 5, so Sean has 60 after 4, and the 10 drop there. So Sean will have a 70 half.
That guy? I think he said Rob.
Seats that over there.
Rob.
So I got you. So on lane 12 we have Rob, and Rob gets a 9-pin drop in his first spot there for a spare. Matt on lane 13 there with a strike there, and so Matt sits there. And Rob on the side of the head pin there does a 4 for his fill, so 14 after 1. And Matt with a spare drop here. And Rob, he has 7. So Matt has 55 plus a ball after 4. Too far over to the side there, so Rob will have a 7 box here, so 21 after 2 for Rob. Matt for his fill, and fills his spare up there with a 6, so 61 after 4. And Rob just goes to the side of the pin and does take out 6 there, leaving the 4 horsemen. Oh, just takes out 2 there. Oh! And Rob misses that head pin there. And Matt with a 10. So Matt will have a 71 half. And Rob gets a 10 there. So 31 after 3 for Rob. And Kevin's back up on lane 13. And Rob with a good head pin hit and gets a 9-pin drop there for the strike. So 41 plus 2 after 4 for Rob there. And Kevin's back up. Kevin's on a strike right now. And Kev, oh, just goes over to the side. They just take out that 7-pin there. Let's have another ball there. If he does get a 9-pin drop here, he could get another spare. And Rob, so he gets a 5 on his first ball there, and Kev, oh, just punches out for Kev there. So 3 fill on his strike, so Kev will have an 86 half there. And Rob just goes over to the side. And ouch, another punch out there for Kev there. So Kev will start off with a 5 box there, so 91 after 6. And Rob gets the 9-pin drop there for a 58 half there. And Kev on the head pin there. Hits 7, and Dennis is back up on lane 12. Oh! Dennis. And Dennis takes out 5. And Kev with an 8 box on his side there, so 99 after 7. Kev. And Dennis over there, looks like oh, the pin didn't fall down there, so. Kev on that head pin again, and takes out 7. And Dennis with the 8 box here, so 68 after 6 there for Dennis. Just too far to the left there. Okay. Dennis. And there's a 9-pin drop there for the strike. And Kevin with another 8 box there, so 107 after 8 for Kev. Dennis with 78 plus 2 balls there at 7. Kev on the head pin and takes out 6. And Dennis up for his strike there. And he just goes up to the side there. He gets, looks like he gets 3 there on his first ball there. And what a shot by Kev there for a spare. 117 plus a ball in 9. And Dennis fills his strike up with a 6 there, so 84 after 7 for Dennis. And 8 box there, which will put him at 92 after 8. Kev, oh, just goes over to the side there. And fills the spare there with a 2, so 119 after 9 there. on the head pin and gets a one there. It's a 9-pin drop there for the spear. Dennis on the head pin there, and he gets 7. Split. Kevin at 129 plus a ball there in this last box. And Dennis trying to go for the 9-pin drop on at least 7 and 10. Kevin on his fill there, fills the spare with a 7, so he will finish with a 136. And Dennis will get a 10 box there, so Dennis with 102 after 9. Dennis on his head pin and gets a 9-pin drop there for the straight. So Dennis with 112 plus 2 balls here. Mason's back up on lane 13. Mason, and he just goes to side pin there. It looks like he drops 3 over there. Dennis on that first ball up. So can get one more. So he starts off with an 8 there. So just look for either the head pin or the 7 pin there to get a spear. Mason looks like he misses everything. Dennis, oh, nothing there. So Dennis will get a 8 box there and will finish with a 120. And Sean's up on lane 12 there. Mason gets a 6 box there, which he has 64 after 6. And let's have Mo over there on lane 14. 9-pin dropped over there. Looks like that was for a strike to the Mo. Mason, oh, gets a 9-pin drop there for the strike there. Sean. Sean just goes into the side there. Looks like he gets 4 on that first ball there. Mason with his strike there, so he gets 74 plus 2 up and 7. Sean with the 9-pin drop for the spear there. Sean with 80 plus a ball there after 6. And ouch. Ace just punches out over there, but he does have another ball. Oh. And just punches out for another 2 there. Sean on the head pin. Oh, man. Fills the spare 3. And Mason just missed everything, so Mason with a 4 box here, so 82 after 8 from Mason. Sean, oh, what a shot by Sean there for the 9-pin drop spear. And so Sean has a 93 plus a ball there in 7. Mason, he goes over to the side there, punches out with 3. Mason on the head pin and got it, the 9-pin drop there for the spear there. 92 plus the ball and 9. Sean on his fill. Fills the spare with a 7. Sean has 100 after 7 there. Mason for his fill and just goes over to the side there. He does get, he took out 3 there, and Sean with his 9-pin drop there for a spear. So Sean with 110 plus a ball and 8. Oh, nice shot there by Mason. Nice shot for the spear there. Sean on the head pin. There you go there, and it gets a 9. Oh, we'll just take the other one out there too. So for the strike, yeah. So Sean with 120 after 8 there, 130 plus 2 balls there at 9. So Sean's up to fill up a strike there. Mason's up to fill a spear. Mason on spear fill and fills the spear up there with a 5. So Mason will finish with a 110. Sean on his strike and wins the side there, but does get a break. And Sean takes out 6 on his first ball there. Sean, oh! Misses that pin there, so for the 9-pin drop there, but Sean has 138 after 9. And 8 box there for that 10 box there. So Sean will finish with a 146. And Matt's on lane 13 there, and Matt is 7-pin split. Oh! Nice try, Matt, there. Try to take out that 4 and that 7 there. And Rob back on lane 12. And Rob gets a 7-pin drop in his first ball. And Matt with the 9 there, so he gets with the 10. And Matt has 80 after 6. Sorry, 81 after 6 there. And Rob with the 9-pin drop there for the spear. So 68 plus a ball there for Rob. Matt on the head pin and another 7-pin split. And Matt with the 9-pin spear there. So Matt with 91 plus a ball there after 7. Rob has a 3-pin drop there on his lane. Matt, I'm sorry, that's Rob there. And Rob does get the 9-pin drop there, which was for a spear. So Rob with 81 plus a ball. Matt on his fill and fills this spear with a 5. So puts him at 96 after 7. And Matt is, oh, just punches out with 1 there. Rob on his fill. On the head pin there and gets a 7 in the spear there, so 88 after 7 there for Rob. And Matt with the 8 box there, so 104 after 8 there for Matt. Oh, what a shot by Matt for a strike there. 114 plus 2. And Rob with the 9-pin drop there for the 9-pin spear. So Matt with 114 after 9 there. Rob has 98 plus a ball there after 8. Matt on the fill, and just off the side of the head pin there, but does get a sit to his first ball. Rob for a spear fill. Ouch, just punches on through there for 2. And Matt on the head pin and gets a 9-pin spear drop. And Rob, oh, what a shot, Rob. What a shot, Rob. Nice shot, Rob. So Rob there with 110 plus a ball there after 9. And Matt with on the spear there, so he's at 134 plus a ball in this last box. And Rob, oh, just goes over to the side there. Looks like he fills the spear up there with a 3. So putting at 113. And Matt on his fill and just gets 5 there. So Matt will finish with a 139. Rob, oh, just goes up to the side again, just takes out the 10 there.
There was a woman that I used to that every time she threw, she scrapped 2 balls. One in the left hand, and we used to call her
And 7 box there, so he will finish with a 120.
counterbalance. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do
Get out of your system.
Kevin! Ryan, I'll take his place Friday. Kevin, what'd you throw?
Unknown.
Huh? 3 bucks?
The whole spring.
3 bucks, 97? 112?
Kev, you're so good.
Oh, you think you're real average? You know it's 9-pin, right?
His score was about as big as his head. No, it's not that big, sorry.
Yeah, you doing fine.
I don't know.
Take that, Rob.
Some good ones.
Yeah, I'll get it. I mean, all one. Yeah, broom.
I got late. I was working.
Oh, yeah. Dave jumped me. He want 189.
All right, so we are off to game number 3. So now that we have on lane 12, we have Lauren, who's going to be on lane 12. And Dennis on lane 13. With a good head pin hit there, takes out 8. And Lauren will on the head pin there, but this gets a 3-2 split. And that is Kevin on lane 11 who starts over there with a strike. And Dennis will get a spear on his. And Lauren misses everything there. And Lauren will start off with a 7 box. Dennis for his spear on that head pin and takes out 6 there, so 16 in his first box there. Lauren on the head pin again and just gets a spread eagle.
He goes, you're still giving me once a month. You want 560 team, it's fine. I was like, oh, okay.
Dennis, just takes out 2. And Lauren just right to the hole. And Dennis with a 9-pin 10 drop there. So,
Scratch, 154 with the handicap.
and Lauren with the 6 there, so 13 after 2 there for Lauren. And Dennis has a 26 there after 2. And Dennis on the head pin there and takes out 8. And Lauren also on the head pin there, and she takes out 7. And Dennis with a spare there. And Lauren also with a spare there. So Dennis with 36 plus a ball after 3. Lauren has 23 plus a ball after 3. And Dennis for his fill, and just goes over to the side of the head pin there, fills it with a 5. Lauren on the head pin there, and she gets a 6-bid split. Does have some work there. And Dennis, gets a 9, and Lauren gets a 9-pin drop there, so she'll get a spare. So Lauren with 39 plus ball there after 4, and Dennis with a 9-pin 10 drop there, so Dennis with 51 after 4. And Dennis on the head pin there gets a 7 drop there. Stepping there with just a 8 drop there. Lauren with a 5 fill here and gets another spare there. So Lauren will finish with a 54 plus a ball there to have. And Dennis will get a 61 half there. All right, so we got Sean on lane 13. And we will have John up on lane 12. And we got there on lane 11. Lane 11, we have Brian on lane 11. And Sean there. And Sean, nice head pin hit there, but just gets an 8 drop there. And John just goes up to the side there. Looks like he dropped 3 there. And Brian will start off with a 9-pin strike over there. And Sean gets his 9-pin drop there for a spare. John on lane 12, he has a 8-box there to start off with. Sean for his fill, and fills his spare up there with a 6. And John just goes up to the side there. Looks like he gets 3 on this ball there. Brian off to the side there and gets a 7 drop there. And John just goes up to the side of the head pin. It looks like he just takes out 2 there. And Brian just gets 8 there. And Sean also gets an 8-box there. So Sean has 24 after 2. And John gets a 10 there. So 18 after 2 for John. And Brian with an 8-box there. So 26 after 2 there for Brian. also misses side there.
There you go, Nick. Way to stay off that head.
John off the side of the head pin there. Brian with the 8 drop on his. And, oh! Thought Sean was going to have a 9-pin spear there, but misses that. And Brian on lane 11 there gets his 9-pin drop for a spear. And Sean with an 8 box. And John also with an 8 box here. So Sean lane 13 with 32 after 3. John lane 12, 26 after 3. And Brian on lane 11 there is on the spear right now with 36 plus a ball. And John with a good head pin hit there.
Take his name again. I'm having a brain fart. We play with all the stuff.
And Sean also and takes out 7 on his end. And John there with a spear there.
Look over there. You know. Awesome.
And Sean with a backdoor 9-pin drop there for a spear. And Brian looks like he misses everything on his lane there. Brian has 49 there after 4 on his end. John is 36 plus a ball there, and Sean's on 42 plus a ball. And Sean fills Phil. So Sean fills his spear up there with a 5, which puts him at 47 after 4. John had a 6 on his spear, so he had a 42 after 4 there. And nice shot by Sean there for a spear. And Johnny has an 8, so John has a 50 half. And Sean will finish with a 57 plus a ball in his half there. And Brian on lane 11 there, he gets a spear on his end, so 59 plus a ball at the half for Brian there. And up on lane 12 there we have Will. Oh! And Rob on 13 over there just threw the ball away over there. And Will there with a little backdoor atchinier. Looks like he gets a 6 with the diamond there in the middle. And Will start off with a spear there. Rob on lane 13 with 7 box. Will on a fill, and fills his spear up there with a 6. Oh. Will try to go for a 9-pin drop there, then takes out 2. And Will with 10 there. So Will at 26 there after 2.
Unlike doubles at Timber. I'll tell you, if I was around next week, that would be a good one. But
And Will on the head pin, they'll take out 7. And Will with a spear there. So Will has 36 plus a ball there after 3. Will on the head pin and just wobbles there, but does fill his spear. I think it was 7. 43 after 3 there. Oh! And Will just missed that piece of wood there. So he will try to go for a 10 here. And Rob there with 10 box over on his side there, and Will gets a 9-pin drop for a 10 there. So Will has 53 after 4. And Rob over here with a 9-pin strike. And Will takes out 6 there on his side. And Will with a spare there. Nice shot, Will. Will with 63 plus a ball at the half. Lauren is back up on lane 12 there. Lauren with 54 plus a ball at the half there.
What the hell happened to you? What'd you do?
Pulled the muscle on my shoulder.
What, man? What?
Lifting weights, and then I came here to bowl and.
Man.
I won't be off for long.
Take it easy. We need you back.
I'll be back. Don't worry about that. You know I gotta come back.
Back and better than ever.
Exactly. You know. I mean, if I could, I'd say I'd go to Mortal Kombat, tell them to give me my jab arms, and Nah, I'll be back though. And Lauren with a 9-10 drop there. Actually, that's a spear. So Lauren has 92 after 7. Lauren on the head pin and gets 7. Oh, now try to go for the 2 there. She does to take out 1. And Dennis on lane 13 there. He throws a strike over there. And Lauren with a 9-pin 10 drop there. So 102 after 8 there for Lauren. And Lauren goes on the head pin and looks like she takes off 5 here. I'm sure she's trying to go for the bunch on the right there for a 9-pin drop there. Oh! And does not get the 9-pin drop there, so. And she gets a 9-pin drop before 10, so 112 after 9 there for Lauren. Dennis on his fill and gets a 8 drop there. And Lauren on the head pin there and takes out 7. And Dennis over there, he gets a 9-pin drop there for a spear. So that will give him 81 after 6, 91 plus a ball and 7. And nice shot by Lauren there for a 9-pin spear. So Lauren with 122 plus a ball in the 10th box here. And Dennis on his fill gets a 9-pin drop here, so he gets the strike. And Lauren on a fill. And Lauren gets an 8 there, so Lauren finishes with a 130. Right now, and John's going back up on lane 12. Let's see there. John with the head pin hit there, but does get a split there. Looks like he leads to 7 and 10. And oh! John just misses that 7 pin there. And John there with a 9 drop there, so it's a 10. So John with 60 after 6. And Dennis on a head pin. Oh! And Dennis will get Dennis with a strike there. So Dennis over right now on a double strike right there in lane 13. And John with the 9-pin drop there for a spare. And John has fill, gets on the head pin there, and he does take out 7. So Dennis is going for a triple over here, and oh, he just gets 7 there. So Dennis gets 7 on his first strike there, which puts him at 128 after 8. Oh, just misses that head pin there, but he does get an 8 there, so 146 after 9. And Dennis will finish with a 155. John on his spare for a fill, and he will fill his spare up there with a 7. So John right now is at 94 after 8. And John is spare. There's a 104 after plus a ball and 9 for John there. And Sean on lane 13 went back up on a spare. Fills his spare with a 5, so he has a 62 half there. With 7. And oh, Sean tried to go for the 9-pin spear there, missed that. And John gets a pin off of his. And Sean gets an 8 box. John with the 9 box in his end there, so John finishes his game with a 121.
Come on, no more! No more! He's already got enough!
off Sean. No, it doesn't. He don't need it though, but he gets a 9-pin drop there for a spear there on Sean. And Will up on lane 12. And Will just punches over to the side of the head pin there. So he gets a 2 bots in his spear there. So he has 65 half there. Sean on the head pin. And there it is. 9-pin drop there strike. And Sean with a 100 plus 2 balls up to 8.
I know. I did that last night. Starting out high.
Oh, and so Will there with a 7 box here. So Will has 72 after 6 there. Sean on a strike on his end. Oh, and Sean just punches out there. Will on the head pin. Gets 8 there.
I hit 5.
Oh! And Sean punches right through that hole. Will gets his spear there, so Will has 82 plus his ball there at a 7. And Sean with a 4 box over there, so Sean with 106 after 9.
What tournament is that?
Yeah, Sean with a head pin hit there, drops 7. Will also with a head pin hit there, and hey, he gets a 9-pin drop there for the strike. So Will with 92 after 7 and 102 plus 2 balls there in 8. And Sean with the 10 box there. So Sean finishes game off with a 116.
You gotta let him down.
Will just goes over to the side of the head pin there. He does take 5 drop there. And tried to give 9-pin drop and oh, misses everything there. So Will fills his spear, strike there with an 8. So 110 after 8. And 9-pin drop it for 10, so 120 after 9 there for Will. Will on the head pin, and he gets 7 there with the split. And Rob with the unusual 5-pin, yeah, so he gets his 10. And Will gets a 9-pin drop there, so he gets with the spear. So Will at 130 plus a ball in his last box. Will gets a spear up there with the 8 there, so 138 for Will. So while everybody else is finished up there and stuff, I just give you guys a little update on the scores here. So far, after 2 strings here, right now Dave Edison is leading the pack there. He's at 381. Brian Pratt, who's in second with 368. Mo Perry Houston in third at 352. And we have Matt DePiero at 332. And Will, who you just see finished bowling right now, is in the 5th spot there with 327. And Matt Rich, who you seen earlier, he's at 6th with 325. So far, those are your top bowlers as of right now after 2 strings. Brian said he was going to drop down, but I don't believe that there, you know.
124 on that one.
I ain't over yet. You got two
strings.
You got 2
Get
strings.
hot again.
You got 2 strings to go. That sometimes
on camera.
And look, sometimes all it takes is one. Well, you about to be on camera now, so.
Yeah. So I better look pretty.
I will try my best to make it look as good as I can.
Well, maybe I can do my part up there.
But you know they say sometimes all it takes is one, man. You know, you be all right, man. All right, so
It's myself, Chris, and Kevin.
you, Kevin, and what's Chris? Chris, okay. You guys coming up on that.
Yep.
Who's first? Kevin's first?
Yep. Kevin, me, Chris. You do.
All goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like on Facebook.
I don't think Mo posted over
The fundamentals.
I don't know.
I haven't seen any of his stuff on Facebook, only on YouTube.
That's all it is, bro. Things will come, bro.
He's upgraded his camera setup a little bit though. Not quite Micah level, but getting there.
What does that mean?
Work in progress.
Yeah.
Pull 140.
Work in progress.
Slow down, straighten it up, stay square. Get big.
It was like spare, strike, on beat. Marks all right in the middle.
Now.
Yeah. Right. Maybe I'm right.
You got 2 more strings.
I see 9 pin now. I'm visualizing 9 pin.
That's all the strikes, man.
Left a lot out there. Hey, Dave, I saw you 207. Nice job.
I just pulled the 138.
They only made 9 out of 10
What?
You got a working ball.
You got high-low jabber. He's the one behind that. have left anyway?
2. Yeah, 2 games left.
Jeez, feels like we've been here all freaking day.
Yeah, that's the case.
We still got 2 games left. Feels like it's been longer.
Well, the quick thing about it is it says it's 9 pins. So that's the quick thing about it. Sometimes it can take long though.
Good thing I don't have to go to work right away tomorrow morning because I'm going to be sleeping pretty good.
Yep. And then so your last game will be on 13, yeah?
Great. 11 these 2 hate me during league nights. So I can only imagine what that's going to mean now.
You can't think about it that way.
Well, that's been the history for it on league nights. It's just been terrible for me.
I mean, it's not, well, one, it's not a league, so it should be all right. Somebody get better breakers. So.
Oh, you motherfucker! Everywhere but league. I was terrible on Tuesday. I mean, the thing is, like, come on, Kevin, I believe. Mike, what do you got on me?
Where was this yesterday?
All right, guys, so we are off to game number 4 in the tournament here. So now on lane 12, we got Kevin Wallace here. And Lauren's now moved over to lane 13. So we are going to get this 4 started there. And Lauren gets on the head pin of her first ball there, and Kev just goes over to the side there, and he gets 3 on his first ball. And Lauren with a spare. Kev on the head pin, and no break there.
See? Look at that way.
Debbie's like, what the hell was behind?
So Kev gets a 7 box there. And Lauren on the fill on the head pin here, and does get a 7 drop on the field. It's a 17 after 1 from Lauren. Kev's on the head pin there and takes out 5. And Lauren with a spare on her end there. So 27 plus a ball up 2 for Lauren. And Lauren for her fill on the head pin there for Lauren, and gets another 7 there, so she has 34 after 2 there. And gets another 9-pin drop in for another spare there. So 44 plus a ball there after 3 there for Lauren. And Kevin right now with 21 after 3 on his lane. And Kev just over to the side there. That and it looks like he takes it, but he gets a little break there. Right on the head pin for Lauren there, and another 7 fill there for her. So she has 51 after 3 there. Kev there, he looks like he gets another 7 there. So Kev has 28 after 4. And
5 gets us out in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Dude, the machines there are so slow.
Kev sets that side pin there, and oh, what a 10 there by Lauren there. And 61 after 4 there for Lauren. Oh, on the head pin that time there, but just gets punched out. And Kev there with a 10 there, so Kev with a 38.5 there. And Laura just punches right through the hole again. And she'll be looking for an out. And nice out there for a 7, so Lauren with a 68.5. And right now I got John up on lane 13, and Brian will be up on lane 12 here. Brian there, one of his first ball there, looks like he takes out 4. And John on 13 here with a nice 9-pin drop there, and that's a strike for John on lane 13. And Brian with a 9-pin drop spear. So both bulls on 13 and 12 are both starting off with spears here. Brian on his fill, on that head pin, and gets a 9-pin drop there, so gets a strike. So Brian with a 20 after 1 and 30 plus 2 balls there in 2. John on his fill, and he just goes over to the side of the head pin there, but does get a 7 draw for his spear, so 17 after 1 for John.
Kevin!
Oh, and yep, he gets a 9-pin drop for John, so he gets a spear, so John with 20 after 1 there, and then 30 plus a ball in the second box for John on lane 13. And oh, and Brian misses everything on his hand there. So fills his strike over to 3, so 33 after 2 there for Brian. Oh, and Brian misses everything again there. So just 3 boxes in that 3 boxes. So 36 after 3 there for Brian. And John at 13 can fill up his spear. Gets on the head pin and gets another 9-pin drop there for a strike there. So 40 after 2, and 50 plus 2 balls after 3 there for John. And Brian gets on his head pin there and gets back for that 3 box there with a 9-pin drop strike there for him. So 46 plus 2 balls there and 12. John his fill, and he tried to go for the double strike there, but does get a 8 drop there. Oh, it misses there. Then Brian. Hey, there goes the 9-pin drop there for Brian, so that Brian has to be a double strike for Brian there. And spear there for 10 for John on lane 13, so he has 68 after 4. John there with a 7 drop there. Brian on lane 12 there, he finishes half off on a double strike. And John with another 9-pin drop there, so he gets a spear. So John will finish with a 78 plus a ball there. And up on lane 12 there, we have Chris. And Chris will get his 9-pin drop there for a spear. And Chris on his fill. And Chris gets an 8 drop down his field there with 18. And I have Will on lane 13 there, who I believe do a strike on his end there. And Chris there. Chris gets another 9-pin drop there, so Chris gets a spear. So Chris with 28 there after 2. And Will on lane 13 there, he's sitting on a strike. Ouch. And Will just punches out there. And Chris, he gets a head pin hit there, but gets a 7 split. Oh, and Will try to go for a bomb there. And Chris there gets 2 there for his 9-pin drop there, so he gets a spear. And nice roll by out there for a 10 boss there. So Will has 24 after 2. And Chris with 38 plus a ball there after 3. And Will on his head pin and takes out 6 there. And Chris on the side of the head pin here, though, but fills his spear up there with an 8. So he has 46 after 3 there. And Will, just takes out just 1 right over there. And Chris just too far over to the left. Will the 8 box there. So Will with 32 after 3. And Chris gets a 9 drop there, so it's 10. So Chris has 56 after 4. Nice head pin hit there, but takes out 8. And Chris just goes over to the side there, takes out 3. And Will with a spare there, so Will with 42 plus a ball there after 4. And Chris. And he takes out 4, at least 2 standing, so he would try to go for a 9-pin 10 drop here. And 8 box there for Chris there, so Chris with a 64 half. And Will has 42 plus a ball. Goes up to the side there. Looks like he takes out 2 for his fill there, so 44 after 4 there for Will. And just punches out there for another 2. And Kevin back up on lane 12 here, and he just goes over to the side there, takes out that 10 pin. Oh, and Will just punched through it, so for a 4 box here, so Will have a 48 half. Kevin takes out everything there for a spare there, so Kevin with 48 plus a ball there after 6. And we got Lauren back up on lane 13 here. Lauren with a 68 half. And she just goes up to the side of the deck and then takes out 5. And Kevin for his fill. And he feels spare up there with an 8. Nice shot by Lauren there for a spare. 78 plus the ball there. Sits it for Lauren. And oh, what a shot by Kev. Nice shot there by Kev there. So Kev with 66 plus the ball there for 7. And Lauren on the fill. And Lauren gets a 6 fill on his score. So 84 to 6 for Lauren. Kevin tails his spare up there with a 4, so he's at 70 after 7. And Lauren with a 9-pin spare there, so Lauren has 94 plus a ball at 7. Kevin, oh, and he just misses everything there. Lauren takes it. What a shot by Lauren there for a strike. So Lauren there with 104 after 7 there, 114 plus 2 balls and 8. Kevin had a 7 box there, so he's at 77 after 8. And Kevin, ouch. Kevin just took out 3 there. And Lauren, oh, just punches out there for 2 there, so she does have another ball there. She's on strike. And Kevin, what is Kevin steals a spear over there. And Lauren fills her strike up there with a 7. So Lauren's at 121 after 8. And Lauren with a 9-pin drop there, so Lauren has 10. And Lauren's at 130 after 9. Kev on the head pin there, and Kev fills his spear up there with a 8. So 95 after 9 there for Kevin. Lauren on the head pin there for the 9-pin drop there for a strike. And Kevin misses everything there. And Lauren has 140 plus 2 balls in the last box there of game number 4. And we got Brian back up on lane 12. Brian right now is kind of still on a double strike. Lauren just needed another pin there for a double strike there, but she does get an 8 drop on the first ball there. And gets a spear there. So Lauren will finish with a 151. Brian did try to go for a triple there, but he does get a 6 drop there. So Brian right now with 62 after 4. And Brian with a spear there. So Brian has, at the half, he will be at an 82, but he's right now with 92 plus a ball there, the 6. And Brian just goes too far over to the side. They only fills the spear up there with a 1, so he 93 after 6 there for Brian. And John on 13 there, he gets himself a 10 there. Brian with the 8 box there, so 101 after 7 there for Brian. And nice 9-pin strike there for John on lane 13. And Brian gets over the side there, but it's getting some action over there, and will it take that other pin now? It's, oh no, not there. And what a spear there from Brian. So 111 plus a ball there after 8 for Brian. And
what was the total?
550.
Brian fills the spear up there with a 4, so that puts him at 115 after 8. John on 13 there filled his strike up to 6, which puts him at 110 after 7. And 8 box there for John. There's a 118 after 8 there for John. And nice out there for Brian there. And 10 bucks there for Brian. So Brian at 125 after 9 there. Brian to 7 and John almost at the 9-pin drop there, and too far over to the right there for Brian. And 8 box there for John there, so 126 after 9 for John. And Brian will finish with a 135 for Brian.
Look at what all mine have ended in. oh, never mind. Thank you.
All right, so we got Chris up on lane 12 there, and sits drop there. And John will finish with a 134 on his end, lane 13 there. And Chris on lane 12 is going to try to go for a 10 box here. And rolls up on lane 13. And gets a 10 there for Chris here. So 74 after 6 there for Chris. Chris just punched out there, but he does get a little break there, so he gets a 6 drop there. And Will with a 9-pin drop there for a spare. So Chris takes out 2. The 6, yeah. And that's Dave Edison over there on the 11 there with a strike. And Chris there with a 9-pin spare. And Will had an 8 box over his end, so Will's at 74 after 7.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And Will, let's go look side of the pin, it does take out 6. And Chris takes out 7, so fills his spare with a 7 there, which gets him at 99 after 8. And Will just too far over there, they just takes out that 10 pin. And Chris tried to go for the 2 there, misses there. And Will with the 8 box there, so Will's at 82 after 8. Chris gets a 9 box on his end, so he's at 108 after 9. And Will's on the head pin hit, it's a 7 split. Chris with a nice head pin hit there, but just leaves a 7 and 10. Split. And Will, oh, so Will just misses everything there. So Will with a 90 after 9, and Chris misses everything there. He's trying to get 1 pin over there. So you would just need a 9-pin drop for a 10. And Will Chris there gets a 10. That's like Chris finishes with 119 there for Chris. And Will's up for his last box there. Meanwhile, Dave Edison over there in lane 11 there, he finishes with a 146 on his end. And Will just gets an 8-pin drop there too. He's trying to go for the head pin or at least 7-pin for a 9-pin spare drop. And Will gets a spare there. So Will has 100 plus a ball right now.
Kevin, what you doing? Like an 80? The other 3 are.
Oh, what a shot by Will there. Way to finish the game off there. It's right there. So Will with a 110 in game number 4. All right, so now we are up for the final string of the tournament here. And now on lane 12 here, I have Nate. And so Nate will start off with just on side to 10 from there. And just over to the side there, looks like he takes out 4. And so Nate will start off there with the 8 box there. So while that's going on there, I'm going to give you guys a quick little recap. So after 3 strings here, we have Dave Edison, who is in first place for the 533. Brian Pratt, who's in second place with a 507. Matt Nichols with a 492. Mo Perry is in fourth with 491, and we have Will there at 488. Those are your top 5 bowlers as of right now after the 3 strings here, and we should get you an update there once all the scores have been entered in for the 4th string.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And then Nate there has a strike there in this second box there, so he's currently filling up his strike right now, and he gets a 8 there, so he has 26 after 2 there. And a 9 drop there for 10, so 35 after, sorry, 36 there after 3 there for Nate.
Yeah, no, Charlie has a video. I used to go to
And so just Nate just goes over to the side, it looks like he just takes out 10 there. And all right, so he just takes out the 6 over there. So looking for an out over here from Nate. And that's Cam over there on lane 11 there, who gets a spare. And Nate will take a 5 box there, so 41 after 4 there from Nate. Kev on lane 13 with a nice head pin hit over there. And Nate just goes over to the side of his pin there. Looks like he takes out 4. And Kevin on 13 with a spare. Oh, what a hit there by Nate there for a spare there. So Nate with 51 plus a ball there. Brian on lane 13 there, he gets a 9-pin strike there. And on lane 12, we have Ashley. And Ashley on her first ball. And just goes over to the side of the head pin there, takes out 6. And Brian on his ball there, looks like he takes out 7. And Ashley just goes off the other side pin and takes out 8. And that's Nick Brenzy over there on lane 11 there with a 9-pin spare drop there. And Brian gets a 9-pin drop there for a spare. So 20 after 1 there for Brian and 30 plus a ball there spare. And Ashley will start off with an 8 box. There with a 4. And Nick fills his spare up there with a 2. Brian on the head pin, and Brian takes out 7. So Brian with 37 after 2. And Ashley with a 9-pin drop there for a spare. And Brian with a 9-pin drop there for a spare himself. So Brian has 47 plus a ball there after 3. And Ashley with 18 plus a ball there after 2. And Nick with a 10 drop there for 22 after 2 there.
Pretty frustrating to go.
And let's see here. So Brian fills his spare up there with a 3, so 50 after 3 there for Brian. Ashley also fills her spare with a 21 after 2. And what a shot by Brian there for a 9-pin drop for a spare there. So Brian with 60 plus a ball there after 4. And Ashley gets a spare on her lane there, so she's at 31 plus a ball there after 3. Nick on lane 11 there, he gets himself a spare. Nick's at 32 plus a ball. Ashley on her fill, and and it's too far over to the right there, just takes out 1 there on Brian. And there's a 8 box there for Ashley, so 43 after 4 there for Ashley. 7 box for Nick there, he's at 45 after 4. And Brian with a 77 half on here on lane 13. And Ashley there with a 9-pin drop there for a spare, so Ashley would be at 53 plus a ball there spare. And Nick there takes out 7. And Nick with a 9-pin 10 drop there, so Nick's at 54 at the half there. Ashley is at 53 plus a ball for her half there. And coming up on lane 12 now, we have Dave Edison. And that's Chris on lane 13 there with a So just give you guys a quick little recap there. So after 4 strings there, right now we have Dave Edison, who is still holding first place there with 697. Brian Pratt, who's in second place there with 657. Matt DePiero moved up to third place there with a 653. We have Mo, who's still in fourth place there with 652. And Nick Brienzi there with a 642 there. Those are your top 5 bowlers here right now.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and back to the actual lanes there where we have Dave right now who is on with a 9-pin drop there too, and I believe that was for a spare. So Dave right now is at 23 plus a ball there out the 2. Meanwhile, on lane 11 there, we got Mike. And Mike right now who's at 30 plus 2 balls right there now out the 2. Dave on that head pin there, yeah, gets that spread even there. And gets a 4 there, so he's at 27 there after 2. And Mike over there with another spear over there, so Mike with 40 after 2, 50 plus a ball in 3. And Dave with the 7 box there, so he's at 34 after 3. And Dave just over to the side of the head pin there. Looks like he takes out 3. And Mike don't have that 9-pin drop there, but he does get 8. And Dave also 1 pin short there. Oh. And Dave with a 10 there. And Mike also with the 10 there. So Dave is at 44 after 4 right now. Mike on lane 11 there, he's at 68 right now after 4. And nice headshot there from Chris on lane 13 there. Gets a 9-pin strike there. And Dave with a 7 drop on his. Mike with an 8-pin drop on his. So, oh, just misses those 2 over there. And what a spare there by Mike there. So Mike there with a 78 plus a wall half there on lane 11. And Dave with a 9-pin 10 drop there. So Dave was at 54 at the half there for Dave. So Nate's back up on lane 12 there. Nate right now is at 51 plus a ball now, so he's going to be going up to fill his spear. And just cuts over the side of that head pin there, but does fill his spear up there with a, I think he gets an 8 there, so 59 half there for Nate. And that's Cam on lane 11 over there who gets a 9-pin strike. And Nate just threw his ball away there.
Yeah, all right. Nope. 5 more boxes.
And there, that's what he wanted there. So I got that 10 box there for Nate. So 69 after 6 there for Nate. And Cam on lane 11, no, they were just doing another 9-pin strike out there. So right now, Cam is on a double strike there. And Kevin on lane 13 there, he gets himself a 9-pin drop spear there. And nice shot by Nate. 9-pin drop there, and that was for a 10, so 79 after 7 there for me. Kevin on 13, he fills his spear up there with an 8. Kevin right now, he's at 72 after 7 there. And Kevin with a 9-pin drop there for a spear. And Nate's just over there to the side. Cam's trying to go for a triple. And Cam gets 4 over there, so Cam on lane 11 right now, he's at 77 after 6. And, oh, trying to go for another 9-pin drop over there. Fills the second shot up there with 8, so 95 after 7 for Cam. And 10 blocks there for Cam. So Cam right now with a 105 after 8. Nate has a 4 bots over there, so he's at 83 after 8. And Nate just misses everything there. Kevin on lane 13, he finished his game there with a 105. Nate. And he just goes to the side of the head pin there. Looks like he takes out 3 there. Cam filled up his spear there with a 6. So Cam right now, he's at 121 after 9. And Brian Pat on lane 13. And Brian with a 9-pin drop there for a straight. Alright, so Nate will finish it with a 6. So he will finish with a 95 strength here for his final strength here of the tournament. Cam on lane 11 there, he finishes with a 138. Oh, and Brian on lane 13 there, who is on his strike right now, gets a 2 in his first ball there, but he has another ball here. Ashley, who's on lane 12 there, she fills her spear up there with a 6, so Ashley has a 59 half there. And Brian has a 9-pin drop there for a 10, so Brian is at 100 there after 7. Nice time there for Ashley there. So Ashley with a 69 plus after 6. 9-pin drop there for Ashley for a strike. And Nick on lane 11 there was trying to go for a double. Oh, and just gets robbed over from Nick.
Nice job, Dennis.
And Ryan Pratt was trying to fill up for a double strike over there on lane 13 there. He gets 7 on his first ball. And Nick with a 9 box there, so that's for 10. So Nick's at 83 after 7. And Brian on 13 there, he gets himself a sphere. So Brian is sitting at 120 plus a ball and 9. Brian goes up the head pin there, those 6 out 5 there, leaving the 3 and the 2. And Brian with the 8 box there, so Brian finished his game off with a 143 there on lane 13. And Ashley just goes over to the side of the head pin there, which actually took out 5 there. Nick on lane 11 there, he gets a 9-pin drop there for a strike. And nice shot by Ashley there for a 9-pin drop for a square. So Ashley with 99 plus a ball there after 8. Nick has a 93 plus 2 balls there after 8. Nice shot by Will over there. And Chris gets a 9-pin drop there for a spear. And Ashley fills up her spear there with a 4, so Ashley with 103 after 8. And Nick with another 9-pin drop there for another strike there, so Nick will have a double strike. With a box clear, so Ashley's at 111 after 9. Oh, what a shot by Ashley there for a strike. And Nick tried to go for a triple strike over there, and he gets an 8 on his first strike there, so 111 there after 8 from Nick. And 9-pin drop there for Nick there, and for a spear. So Nick right now is at 131 after 9, 141 plus a ball there for Nick. Ashley there, she gets a 5 on the first ball there, and Nick fills his speed up there with a 3, so Nick will finish with a 144. And Ashley there with a 6 there on the strike there, so Ashley will finish with a 127.
say I'll be.
All right, so we got Dave Edison left there. Dave Edison right now with a 54.5. And you have Mike on lane 11 there. He is at 78 plus a ball right now. And Dave just punches out over to the side of that head pin there. And Mike fills his spirit there with a 5, so 83.5 there for Mike. Both guys try to go for a 10 box here. And Dave with an 8 box there, so Dave with a 62 after 6 there. Oh, and an 8 box there for Mike, so Mike is at 91 after 6 there. And Dave with a head pin hit there, and Mike also with a head pin hit, and strike from Mike there.
I'll pull the holes and just knock them off real nice.
The other one, they're going to find someone who will buy 2 others. I have 3 actually. The green, and then there's one that's
What kind of balls are they?
And Dave fills his spare up there with a 5 to 77 after. And Mike so gets a 4 drop down the first ball there for a strike. And sits still there on his strike, so 107 after 7 there for Mike. And Dave there with a 9-pin 10 drop. And what an out there by Mike there for a 10. So 117 for Mike, and Davis at 87 there after 8.
Shit, I might have just jumped.
Don't play the wood.
And what a shot there by Dave there for a spare. Oh! And misses the wood there, Mike. Dave right now is at 97 plus a ball at the 9. And what an out by Mike. What an out by Mike there. 10 box there for 127 after 9 there from Mike. Dave on that head pin there, and looks like he takes out 5, so 102 after 9 there. And Mike there with the 9-pin strike drop there.
That's good. Yeah, these things are like 2-2. Where's Matt?
Hey, ahead of me though.
And 8 box there for Dave there, so Dave will finish with a 110. And Mike sits on that first ball down the strike. And 9-pin drop there, so he gets credit for a spare. So Mike will finish with a 146. And we will wait for the final results back there as everybody's just finishing up.
So what do you get handicapped for? What you did? 144, 160 with the handicap? I think I did.
Dave, I think you're still ahead of me. I we gained 33 on